We are excited to have all of you here to celebrate the grand opening of the new, bigger, more improved Big 4 Rail Trail. Many of folks in this audience have played an important role in this project. It's great to have the Rails to Trails Conservancy Board of Directors visiting our state, including Carmel Mayor Jim Brainerd. Also here today are members of the Community Foundation of Boone County. With their contribution of a $150,000 community grant toward public art, we are in the process of adding 3 large-scale nature-inspired murals along the tunnels along the rail trail. And finally, thank you, Governor Holcomb. Thank you for coming to Zionsville today and for the Next Level Trail grant that made these extensions possible. Through your leadership and advocacy for trails, you have supercharged the development of trails in our state. Through this grant, we were able to obtain the remaining parcels of land along the rail corridor, effectively completing the Big 4 Rail Trail from Zionsville Road to Whitestown. I am grateful to be here today celebrating the completion of the southern portion of the rail trail extension, which leads right into our newly opened park, Overly Warman. From our rail trail, you can see so much of the natural beauty that makes Zionsville unique and special. Our trail is not only a means for transportation or a way to exercise, but most of all, it's peaceful and allows us to quickly gain refuge in nature.
When Governor Holcomb's staff asked the Indiana Department of Natural Resources to put together some ideas for a big transformative trail program, our first draft was quickly returned with a message scrawled across it: think bigger. When the Next Level Trails program was announced in 2018 as a $90 million investment in trails, it was by far the largest infusion of state dollars toward trails in the history of this great state. In the most recent state budget, Governor Holcomb worked with the General Assembly to add a further $60 million to the program, bringing the total commitment to $150 million to expand trails across the Hoosier landscape.
We love these kinds of maps. When you see all this trail and then these little gaps, it's what we're trying to do across the country. There are 25,000 miles of rail trails in America. The opportunity now is to connect them into seamless systems. We found that when trails are connected, trail use goes up by as much as 40 to 80%. What that means is that the people here in this community, many, many more, will be able to have the chance to nourish their souls. And thank you, Governor Holcomb, for your leadership. With things like the Next Levels Trail program, you've helped to bring the joy of trails to Indiana. You're creating a national model that really states can follow when it comes to investing in trails and really prioritizing what they can do.
You know, when I got out of grad school, I'd go about anywhere for a good job. Today, it's a different story. Young people, especially the best and brightest that we want in our states and our cities, move to a city they want to live in, then they look for a job. And so for a place like Indiana, especially central Indiana, that has no mountains and no oceans, and I'm told some days has less than desirable weather, we have to work really hard on the quality of life. We have to create what one of our members referred to this morning as civic wealth. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of the Rails and Trails Conservancy to present to our Governor, Eric J. Holcomb, Doppelt Family Rail Trail Champion Award for exceptional trail service and commitment to the rail trail movement. And this award is only given to one person in the United States of America every year. Cheers.
Great to be here to celebrate yet another day of progress and really transformational progress. You mentioned the decades of work that's gone into this, but that continuity is so important. It's infectious. Obviously, it draws in, inspires others to want to participate. And obviously, as Senator Ford can attest to, when the state puts maybe the first dollar in, it tends to attract a whole lot of other dollars to follow. So I'm really here to really commend all the leaders, as you mentioned, or all the leaders that came together in this area to get us to a day like today, and to set this ambitious goal of saying we want everyone to be in 5-mile access of a trail in the state of Indiana. We knew exactly what we were saying. And for Boone County, you really do have it all. You check just every box, and it's really making sure all those stars are aligned. And that is what is drawing not just investment, but population and talent, and just success attracts success. I've heard this before, but this is not clearly about Eric J. Holcomb. This is about the state of Indiana hearing the call, responding to it. Thank you, Mayor Brainerd, for your involvement around the country on this issue, but also blazing your own trails at home for decades and decades and decades. So thank you on behalf of a lot of other people. I singled them out earlier, councilmen, philanthropic organizations, trail organizations who have been at this since, before it was cool.